after my last fight, he was cage side with Dana, and then I got back home, and he invited me out to Bedminster in Jersey and was like, "Come golf with me." Coolest freaking dude, man. He was like, we didn't talk about politics. We didn't talk about anything. When I first got there, rolled up, I mean, there's 30 Secret Service members. Everybody's doing their thing. And he did a few, like, kind of worked with one of his secretaries, like, make some announcements and do some stuff. But then we just golfed for, like, 4 hours, rode in the cart with him. And he was, like, the coolest guy, so with it, so smart. Asking me about fighting. We were talking about, all the boxing. We talked about football, talked about golf, and he was so sharp and with it. And it was me. This is like the craziest thing. Like, I grew up in a town of 5,000 people in Wyoming. Now I'm fighting on the UFC, and then with Trump golfing, it's me, Trump, O.J. Anderson, who's an NFL running back, Super Bowl MVP, and LT. Like, that's the foursome. And I'm like,
wow,
what the heck is going on here? But
that's got to feel surreal.
It was super surreal, and nothing really, like, he was such a bro and so cool and so he's 70, I think he's 70, upper 70s, and couldn't believe how smart and sharp the guy was. Like, I was like, wow, like, this is
bizarre, right?
Right, like, super with it.
He's the only guy that went through 4 years in the White House and didn't seem to age.
No.
Everybody gets in that White House and they just fall apart. Their hair gets gray. They look tired all the time. They just look like the weight of the world, which it literally is on their shoulders.
I think he loves
like
it.
Fucking duck to water.
Yeah, he's like, what are you gonna say? Come on.
Yeah.
Like, this was the craziest thing. So him and LT were playing like $1,000 a hole or something, and he smoked him on Trump. Like, people, I golf with him. The dude's amazing golfer. I couldn't believe it how good he was. Every fairway, right down the middle, hit every green, making all his putts, and he won the first 9 like pretty easy, and then the last 9, it was going in the 18th hole. Him and LT were tied or something. It was like the winner. It was like all came down to this last hole, and they both hit great drives. And LT hit like a good approach shot, and Trump gets up there. He's probably like 150 yards from the green, and he sets up, boom, just stripes it straight at the pin. Ball's like in the middle of the arc, like not even coming down yet. He turns around, doesn't even watch it land, walks right back to the cart, sits down. And the guy's like, "Nice shot, Mr. President." And I was like, "Damn, that was clutch." And he looks at me and he goes, "Don't you want your president to be clutch?" And I was like, "For sure, man." And he hit it 2 feet from the pin and tapped it in. And I was like, "Jeez."
That's pretty slick.
It was slick. I was like, he was just a cool dude, though.